like you don't have as much anxiety because you got guys here with you. I got some guys from Georgia, also got some guys from Mizzou. Shout out my boy Ennis and Wingo. So this whole moment kind of come full circle.
What does that say about the program? How much did they prepare you guys for this level?
You talking about Georgia?
Yeah.
I mean, I would say it's basically like a Georgia practice. Only difference is, you know, you got different faces, different coaches, but all in all, I feel like Georgia prepared us the best they could, and thank you, Georgia. Shout out, Georgia.
What's Scotty Montgomery been like as your position coach?
Scotty funny. I like Coach Scotty though. I feel like he's a very down-to-earth person. You know, he has multiple relationships. He has one with you off the field and one with you when it's time to handle business. But as of right now, you know, I'm just like a sponge. I'm just, you know, taking in as much knowledge that I can from him, just taking it, you know, day by day.
What's the funniest thing that Scotty's done so far?
What has Scotty done? Also, he asked us to introduce ourselves and where we was from. And he tried to tell me where I was from. And I ain't like that. Nah, but no, he was not right. But, so he was like, where are you from? And I was like, Venice, Illinois. And he was like, I thought you was from East St. Louis. I said, no, I attended East St. Louis, and you're interrupting my story. So, yeah. When
Special teams ability. I mean, you know, coaches have talked about that a little bit. Just walk us through how much you played. Gunner, vice, return, anything like that?
So actually, I didn't play special teams until I got to Georgia, and that's where I found like my value, actually like my love in it. I feel like special teams is just another way to be on the field and also another way to compete. I feel like it's just like a one-on-one battle from the man across from you. It's just you versus him. And I told them, you know, I'm willing to do whatever to get on the field. So special teams, so they put me on special teams, do it to the best of my ability, have fun. So, yeah.
In those one-on-one special teams battles, what do you feel like is your best asset?
Speed. Gotta catch me.
I know you said at the Combine, you guys allowed like something like 27 punt return yards total in the last 2 years?
Shout out my boy Arian Smith at the Jets. Shout out my boy.
How did you guys accomplish that?
Honestly, it was really just hard work. Really, the big thing was probably communication. Just being on the same page as the other 10 guys from you, knowing like what everybody's assignment was, where they had to be. Shout out to the greatest punter in the world. You know who you are. And just having, you know, everybody on the same page, you know, so.
You shouted out Ennis on draft night, you know, pretty heartfelt comment there. I'm just wondering if you've heard from him, you know, what's his excitement level to reconnect with him? Yeah,
I seen Ennis around the building, almost cried, you know. He done got so big, he done grown up. But no, that was like a great full circle moment, you know, because Ennis really helped me when I got to Mizzou. You know, he was that big brother figure for me. And just to like come back, see him, you know, him basically being like another big brother for me, just at a higher level, or the highest level. You know, I can't ask for no more than that, so I appreciate him.
You are reconnecting with another teammate here in Jackson, Jackson Meeks. I'm just curious, you know, what are the lines?
I forgot about Meeks. My bad, Meeks. Don't take that personal.
What are the lines getting in Jackson?
Oh, you're going to get, how can I say it? Like a guy that could do everything. They could be anywhere. You can put him everywhere. Special teams, offense, inside, outside, hold up, gunner. Like wherever you put Jackson Meeks, you're going to get the best out of him. So I just feel like that they got a steal with the Jackson Meeks, and he gonna do what he's supposed to come. Yeah, he gonna do what he's supposed to do when the time comes. So got a steal.
How do you balance leading one of the best teams in college football in receptions and I think touchdowns too last season to kind of having to start over in the NFL?
The first question, that was a team effort. So without my team, I couldn't have did that. Without my O-line, without my quarterback, my tight ends, and my other receivers, you know, they helped me accomplish that goal. And you said the second question, how do I like start over? I mean, basically, you know, you kind of start over at like every level. You know, you go from high school to college, you got to start over. It's really just being a sponge and soaking up everything in the room, knowing it's okay not to know everything. And, you know, guys have been here before you. And, you know, just finding a vet to, you know, stick with, J-Mo, Amon-Ra. So, you know, just finding somebody to stick with and just let them show you the ropes. You know, it's not gonna be perfect. You know, you just gotta accept that. You know, you the new guy on the block, and you know that's okay. You know, everybody was a rookie at a point, so you just gotta come in, just be a sponge. So yeah.
You just referenced your O-line and Tate Ratledge is obviously
Tate!
Come here with some.
He over there doing an interview.
What are his teammates here going to learn about him that you already know?
Take on die for the quarterback. Nobody is going to touch. Matter of fact, my whole O-line, I'm still getting to know them. So putting faces with names. But what they going to get out of Tate is a hard worker, you know, to play O-line or D-line. At Georgia, you know, you got to be tough. So they're going to get a tough player, person who going to listen, come in once again, be a sponge, and do his job to the best of his ability. So, yeah, shout out Tate.
When you hear people limit you to slot guy, how does that make you feel?
So it don't really make me feel like nothing, because, you know, half the time people who say it, you know, they never play football. So it don't really, you know, bother me. You know, it's an adjustment level. You know, everybody had to get adjusted. So that's a challenge that I'm ready to take on. And, you know, when the time comes, I'm just going to do what I do.
Does that motivate you at all? Because I know you pride yourself on your physicality. That's something that Brad mentioned after he drafted you. Is that something that fuels you a little bit?
Yeah. You know, when people when people critique me or they say something negative about me, you know, I don't really look at it because I don't really, like, pay attention to that stuff. You know, I'm just here because I love to play football and, you know, I get to do it I love. So when people speak negatively about me, that don't really faze me, you know. I see it, but it don't really faze me.
Have you connected yet with J-Mo or Amon-Ra? And what's it going to be like to join
I seen Amon-Ra. I ain't seen J-Mo yet. So where you at, J-Mo? But nah, I'm excited for when the vets come back to, you know, hook up with all those guys, you know, maybe go out, you know, get something to eat, get some catches, you know, just connect, you know.